Hello everybody, it's the 9th of February today, and I'm looking at my Persian Ironwood, Parrotia Percica, and just looking to get it ready for spring. Let's give you a quick twirl. I'm quite happy with the style and the design. I know it's not classically well, not really classically in any of the bonsai styles, but I do like the shape that it's grown. I like the twin forks. It's not quite a twin trunk, I guess, because it breaks relatively high up, but I still like it. But I also feel that it looks a little unbalanced, and so I want to try and bring this branch over and down some more. So I'm probably not going to do much in the way of trimming to this tree, but I am going to look to trying to make it a little bit less two-dimensional. It's quite skinny when you look at it from this direction, and as I say, it looks a little unbalanced in that it's leaning a little bit too far in that direction. First thing I want to do is get rid of these old leaves. Okay, that's better. I prefer the tree without those leaves on. You can see its winter silhouette so much better, but you know, sometimes I don't always have time to get out here and remove all the leaves of all the trees. For example, next to it I have a beech and a hornbeam, both of which are keeping their juvenile leaves, and well, the beech isn't too bad, but the hornbeam is looking particularly tatty. I really must find a spare half an hour to get rid of all those tatty looking leaves before much longer. Anyway, back to the ironwood. I could remove that particular section, and I think that would make the tree look better balanced, just with a sort of clip and grow method. But I still think if I could bring this entire branch down somewhat, that would give me some increased width, but also balance. So that's what I'm going to try and do, rather than cut it. So I've got some fairly thick aluminium, copper coloured aluminium wire, which should do the job, I hope. I'm not going to try and bend this entire branch down, just this part. Let's get it anchored nice and low down. Make sure I'm still recording. Okay, so try not to catch any of the side branches or buds if I can. This will need keeping quite a close eye on. Make sure this wire doesn't cut in. That's better. That's much better. I'm going to shorten these two pieces off. This piece is going back across the main trunk. In fact, I'm going to cut it back to a bud there, like so. And I'm going to just shorten that a little more. Okay, happy with that. Yes. Okay, that was relatively straightforward. Okay, now that I've wired this one, I'm not entirely happy with this piece, which visually crosses that, and I'm thinking maybe I could just bring that down. That would just improve it slightly. So well, another piece of wire, just do the little test. I read or heard or saw this somewhere, and I cannot remember where. You take a piece of wire, and if the wire can bend the tree before the wire bends, then it's strong enough to hold that branch, and that's a useful rule of thumb. Obviously, if the wire bends before the branch does, it's not strong enough. So anchor that in. And this is just a reused piece of wire that I've kept, and I'm going to bring that branch slightly forward as well. Okay, how does that look? That looks better. It's no longer crossing. I'm going to take out this piece that will cross, but actually the rest of that I'm fairly happy with. I might shorten that back to there. A couple of nice buds. Yeah, okay, so that's that taken care of. Okay, I'm going to have to hurry this up because I can see my battery is dying, which is a bit of a nuisance. I want to bring this down and this down, and possibly this up. Okay. So if I can find a length of wire long enough to do both of these in one. Hopefully I've measured this right. I probably haven't. But let's anchor that down at the base there. That little low branch is getting in the way. That's better. I'm knocking off a few buds on the way, but that's unfortunate, but can't be helped. And as the old saying goes, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Kind of rushing this a little bit as well because I've only got this morning free, and as I say, the camera battery is in danger of dying. So okay, so I'm going to wrap this second one. And as I've said on many of my videos, don't look to me for wiring tips. I'm probably, one of the worst people to learn from. I don't show my trees. My wiring is purely functional, and usually not particularly elegant. Okay, but it does do the job, as long as I'm sensible enough to check it regularly. Okay, that looks better, and also is adding a little bit of depth to the tree. Cut off that extra. So just tuck that in a little. Okay, another couple of bits I want to do. I want to bring that down. Okay, so there we have it. Just put a little bit of a bend into there. than I can and bring that across. Like so. Waiting to hear the snap, but there was no snap, which is nice. I really did think I jinxed it then, but okay, that's better. I'm going to shorten that branch because it was coming across. That's an angle I didn't like, but all in all I think that's looking pretty good. So there we have it, canning for scale, a quick 360. I think you'll agree that that's definitely given the tree more depth and made it look a lot less two-dimensional. As I say, I'm not really going to do much in the way of trimming or anything to this tree this year, or this spring rather. I'm just going to let it start shooting, and we'll follow it through and see where it takes us this year. There is, as always, a playlist for this tree, showing from when I bought it as nursery stock to where we are today. I can't remember how many videos there are in it, but not many, because I think I've only had this tree a couple of years. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Does it look convincing at all? You can tell me my wiring's rubbish if you like, but I already know that. As I say, it's functional, gets the job done. Not a fantastic Nabari, but I quite like it. Just want to scrape some of this surface moss away. Better. Very quickly going to add some controlled released fertilizer to the top of the pot. Just scrape away some of the surface, add some in, not too much, don't want to burn the roots, but one of the advantages with the controlled release, of course, is that it only releases the fertilizer into the soil when the soil is warm and the conditions are right for plant growth, rather than just leaching through all the time. And of course, by putting it in the top of the pot, it can leach down and sit in the soil, rather than putting it in the base of the pot, where it'll just leach straight out of the drainage house. So another one done. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do all the usual YouTube things, the liking, the subscribing and the commenting below. But most of all, please, 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 stay safe everybody.